eternal.
Meant that he was eternal. What does it mean then if
Yahweh.
he's eternal?
He's God.
It means he's God. Only God is eternal. He is clearly stating his deity here. It's horrible grammar. It's horrible grammar in the Aramaic as well, which is probably what it was spoken in. It should be before Abraham was, I was. Now, that's still, he's less than 50 years old, right? And so that's still a problem. But he's making a broader point. He's not just saying he existed before Abraham did, which is true. But he is telling them that he is God. Because I am is Yahweh. Before Abraham was Yahweh. He is claiming to be God. He is clearly claiming to be God. Now, as I've told you before, my freshman religion professor said that nowhere did Jesus claim to be God. Well, then how did the people that Jesus first spoke this to, how did they understand that he was claiming to be God? And there are other places where, in fact, he even says, you know, you're stoning me for this. And they're like, no, we're not stoning you for that, or wanting to stone me for this. And he's like, no, we're not wanting to stone you for that. We're wanting to stone you because you're just a man and you're claiming to be God. They knew. And how those people could have known that Jesus was claiming to be God, and my PhD professor did not, I have no idea. I don't think he wanted to know. I don't think he wanted to believe that. But Jesus is clearly saying he is God, that he has always existed. He existed before Abraham. He has always existed. And by using the phrase I am, by using Yahweh, he was saying I am God. What would you have thought if you saw a man claiming to be older than a man who died hundreds of years before?
Confused, and I would think he was insane.
Yeah, he's confused. He was insane. Hannah, were you going to say something?
Maybe he was mentally ill.
Maybe he was mentally ill. What? A liar. Maybe he was teasing. I don't know. I'm sure he didn't give the impression that he was teasing, but it couldn't be true, right? It could not, absolutely could not be true. If I told you that I went to tea with Martha Washington, you'd be like, ooh, okay, this is, let's find a new Bible teacher, because obviously that couldn't have happened. Maybe you would have given me the benefit of the doubt. Was this like a, traveling show that they were pretending to be? Were you at Disney World and the Hall of Presidents? No. Don't give me the benefit of the doubt. Why did the Jews try to stone him? What were they so angry at? Why were they so angry at what he said?
Because he said that his father was God and that he was older than Abraham, so he was like basically claiming to be God.
Yeah, which if it's not true would be what?
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy. So he's claiming to be God. I think they're also angry because he said that their father was the devil. I mean, that, you're the spawn of Satan is not usually something that makes people, yay, so I think they were angry about that too. But they recognized that he was claiming to be God, and since they didn't believe that was true, then he was, in their minds, he was committing blasphemy. He was blaspheming God. Do you think verse 59 describes a miracle? Why or why not?
No, I think it's just a part of God's plan and timing, but it also could be because it didn't really give specific details.
Yeah, I think there's no way to know. I think it absolutely could have been a miracle. Maybe he walked right through them and they just couldn't see him. Maybe he, I don't know, disappeared. Or maybe they just lost their nerve. Or maybe he literally hid himself behind someone or something like that. When my youngest sister was little, she's the only younger sibling that I remember when she was little. And when she was being potty trained, she didn't take to it very kindly. And so when she would have to go potty, she would go in a corner thinking we couldn't see her and squat down. And we all knew what she was doing, right? But she thought she was hiding. And maybe he hid, I don't know, obviously better than Missy did, but,
She'd poop on the ground?
we can't know for sure which it was, what?
She'd poop on the ground?
No, in her pull-up pants or whatever,
Oh.
or her training pants is what we used to call them, pull-ups that you had to wash. So, yeah. Okay, I don't remember talking about this one, which I know means nothing, but go up to committing sin in verse 34 refers to a habit of sinning as a pattern of life. What does Jesus say he offers to his sons?
Freedom from
Freedom,
sin.
okay. Okay, I want to make sure we have that in mind. Okay, excellent. Now, we're done for today, so, how much time do we have left?
10 minutes.
10
15 minutes.
Actually,
Okay.
no.
15.
Really that many? Why did